Since the dawn of time, humans have been seduced by the promise of forbidden power. Power that lies not in the heavens, but in the deepest pits of darkness. Demon worship. It is older than empires, older than kings. And even today, whispers of these dark rituals echo in hidden corners of the world. But what truly happens when someone dares to make a pact with darkness? Let's step into the shadows and see what lies within. The first temptation is always the promise of something greater than what life can offer. Demons never lure with threats, they lure with dreams. Imagine endless riches, gold beyond counting, luxurious homes, and influence over powerful people. History speaks of occult practitioners who rose from poverty to sudden fortune, claiming they received gifts from dark forces. But what is not often told? Such wealth rarely stays in the family. Generations later, it vanishes as if cursed. Gilles de Rais, once a wealthy nobleman and military leader, turned to alchemy and dark rituals to preserve his fortune. In the end, he was ruined and executed. Supernatural strength. In some stories, those who worship dark entities gain unnatural strength or resilience. They survive accidents, fights, or illnesses that should have claimed their lives. But this strength can become a prison. It twists the body and spirit, making them dependent on their dark patrons for survival. Some martial cults in history were rumored to invoke dark blessings before battles, believing demonic energy would grant them invincibility. What if you could bend people to your will, make them obey without question? Such promises are common in dark rituals, but control breeds paranoia. Those who once commanded others often fear rebellion, betrayal, or madness. Ancient witchcraft trials often spoke of people cursed to follow a master's voice, unable to resist. But remember, every reward carries a cost. Mental torment. The mind is the first to suffer. Nightmares, whispers in the dark, hallucinations of things no one else can see. Sleep becomes a battlefield. Reality blurs with terror. Victims of possession often report voices tormenting them even in their dreams, commanding them relentlessly. Loss of control. Slowly, you are no longer the master of your body. You act, but it feels like someone else is pulling the strings. Some, at the final stage of demon worship, is full possession, when the entity you invited takes your place entirely. In old demonology texts, this is called subjugation of the vessel, the total surrender of will. Isolation. You may begin to lose touch with those you love. Friends grow distant. Family senses the darkness around you. They may fear you, or worse, they may fall victim to your rituals. The forfeit of the soul. The ultimate price. A soul, once given, cannot be reclaimed. Those who trade their soul often believe they will rule in the afterlife, but ancient texts warn they become eternal servants of the dark. The legend of Faust is a classic. He traded his soul for knowledge and pleasure, but was dragged to the abyss in the end. Don't think this is all ancient history. In the past year alone, horrifying reports have emerged across the world. In Russia, 3 were sentenced for satanic ritual killings in a forest, believing blood sacrifice would summon dark power. In Texas, a man was imprisoned for claiming he sacrificed a woman as an offering to Satan for personal gain. In South America, sects have been found practicing rituals to call wealth and protection from shadowy deities. The belief persists, Demons give power, and desperate souls continue to answer their call. At first, it feels like power. You may feel unstoppable. Luck flows, fears vanish. But beneath the surface, the chains tighten. Every day, you belong less to yourself and more to the entity you invited. The demon always collects, whether tomorrow or at the end of your days. So, the next time you feel the temptation of easy power, remember this: power gained in the dark may burn bright for a moment, but the flame consumes you long before the demon ever needs to lift a claw. Mirror of Mystics, uncovering the truths that most fear to face.